Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a nice easy 500 to 1000 life setup in Miner's Haven. So basically I also tested this, by the way, as well. I have it on the layout. I tested it to see how fast it is. It is 35 seconds and I'm just going to go right into building it, not waste your time here, you know. So our mine we're going to use is a Newtonian because there really isn't too many, that many items that are actually really outclass it at 500 to 1000, and this is all gonna be stuff that you get prior to 500. So if there's something that you get like maybe 700 and you have it, add it. And also if you are sacrificed, I would recommend not using this setup just for a couple of reasons, because this setup is more catered towards the life 500 normal, just because there's not going to be any fusion items, because I'm 99% sure that because of the new Reincarnation system you can't get up and sacrifice still without being sacrificed. So yeah, I'll be making a setup like that, and it'll be like maybe like 20 seconds. I don't know how fast it's going to be right now, but it's going to be really fast. I know that. It's just, yeah. So basically what we want to do, you might be familiar if you watch some of my older setups, that this is definitely something you have to do. It feels good making like a normal traditional style setup, because if you don't know, I am life 74k, and setups nowadays, like they're beyond they're just crazy. It's just railgun cannons. It's the meta, and I admit I'm not a big fan of it. And I already made the mistake of placing this like that. What I want to do is that first I want to do an Astral, just to upgrade the ores. And if you have a premium tracker, use that. I'm not going to use a premium tracker. I did use a premium tracker just to test the ores before doing the setup. But yeah, I want to do the Astral first, and also a Zura, just because it's an extra 4 times, and why I'm not using it after, because the Flaming Extraordinary can put sparkles on your ore, which is not something that we really want necessarily. But yeah, this is basically just basic place the extraordinary down. And basically next what we want to put is we want to put a Scorching Heat, not a Wild Spore, because Scorching Heat actually upgrades your ores by 5 times if they're actually on fire, and it'll kill them if they're not. But you know, we don't talk about that one. We don't talk about that part. Yeah, I remember when based off how cold it was, and now it's based on how hot it is. It pretty much just flip-flopped. Even though it's not really like that's not the whole entire case. But anyways, yeah. So next we want to put the Catalyst down. Now, if you have any evolves, definitely just replace it with the evolve, because that'll make you get a lot more money. This gives you UD to DD. See, as you can see right now I have DD. That's because I tested it a little earlier, and I got DD out of it, which is really good. So. And also, if you do not have, I'm going to say this right now, if you do not have a Overlord device, I made a nice little Life 5+ Overlord device setup. I believe it still works. I haven't really checked it out really soon. If it uses Dragon Blaster, since Dragon Blaster is now 500+, just use Big Rod Blaster, it should be fine. And also, since you probably 500, it should be pretty simple. And also, if you don't actually really have Overload and don't know how to really get it, then don't bother. Maybe put a Banana Split and Banana Sundae. And if you have any evolves, then obviously that's gonna cover the Overload device. But yeah, then what we want to do next is that we want to put the Pizza Blaster. Man, it's weird. There's a lot of pizza items in this game. And I think I know why, because there was a pizza event at one point. But yeah. And then now is our first turn. Now, you're going to want some sort of conveyor that's rerun proof for you. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, you have to have one, but it's just definitely going to make it faster. And I want this is going to be free anyways, so I spelled ancient right. Huh. I know how to spell, guys. Okay, whatever. So we want to do conveyors. So I have a lot of conveyors because I've played this game for a while, but somebody that's new, 500, like 500, may not necessarily not have that many conveyors. So I'm going to use Discord conveyors. That's an easy way of getting them. Easy way of getting them is to verify your account on Discord. If you do not have Discord though, then you're going to have to probably use one of the events. Since the Halloween event was just ended, you probably might have some candy conveyors. I know I have like 500 of them, so you could use those as well. And make sure if you're using a fast conveyor like what I'm using right now, make sure you have segments here just in case. I know that the Discord will never actually technically really ever go fast enough so that it kills the ore, but it's better safe than sorry, you know. Now, I am blanking on what I have to add next, but I assure you I know the rest of the setup. But it's basically, yeah. And also there's a lot of reborns now. But yeah, basically next what we want to put is now a good example of the life 800, you might have it, is the Shard Park. Shard Park's really good. It's a really good item to add. Oh yes, Atlantic Monolith. One of the items I have a shiny of, which is pretty cool. Then what we need next is Phase Refiner. If you don't have any of these, don't worry. Maybe if you have an evo, it should automatically already cover it. So yeah. And then we are using cooling chamber. It's just that extra multiplier. It helps, even though it does overheat sometimes. And now I'm not gonna add that split upgrader, but you can do that if you want. I'm just not gonna add it because it already gets DD and it's just gonna slow down the setup in my opinion. And then last but not least of this line, this before the Tesla, is the Sporist. Oh, and also Toxic Territory, I'm sorry. Is it called Toxic Territory? Or am I like mixing up Mechanical Ascension with this? Mechanical Ascension is pretty good. Toxic Waste Disposal. Yeah, Toxic Territory is part of is something in Mechanical Ascension, which I recommend. It's like probably one of the best Miners Havens sandbox tycoons. And they're working on their original and a second game to it, but their first game is definitely, since the second game is paid right now, it's their first game is really good. I recommend it a lot. But yeah, we're actually heading on to the end of this setup now. Basically, that's a peen issue right there. I don't know what that was. Okay, whatever. So now, basically, we just want to repeat the setup except for the scroll diners. Do not put back scroll diners because basically these ores are pretty much good to go already. They're fine. And basically, this is the most of the part of the setup. And don't put the scorching heat. I wouldn't even bother putting the scorching heat back. I never did, because I had some issues with it for some reason. I had the ores on fire, but they just decided, hey, you know what? I'm not gonna be on fire. But yeah, that's basically it. Got the nice little catalyst. Now, basically, this is just it. At this point, this is pretty much just me talking to you guys while placing down. You could copy this, but you could probably be fine with just basically seeing the first way round and then just replacing it for the second round. But if you're not confident, then just watch me do this, I guess. But yeah, I'm also I'm thinking about reviving my Discord server. Maybe like getting a new Discord server because I did delete the original one. Yeah. See, I am even copying off the first line. I mean, might as well not really think about what you want to put in the second line. Just copy what the first line did. You know, it should be fine. You can't go wrong with that. You know. Okay, now there is a little difference here since this doesn't start like on the edge, and of course, since your base is going to be smaller than mine, I should have said this earlier, but since your base is going to be smaller than mine, you would definitely want to realize that that you're gonna probably need a little bit more lines, so it's gonna be a little slower, but it should be fine. But yeah, so now we're just gonna do another turn here. Now, that's basically it. We're near the end of this setup, and I'll show you that it does in fact make, there's my friend, there definitely does in fact make DD or UD. Usually UD is usually your first few ores, but when you get a lucky ore, it'd be DD. But yeah. See how I did, instead of doing the ancient temple, I did the, the pizza blaster this time. And yeah. So then just place this, another one right here, and then another conveyor. Oh well, I should have. That was my bad. I should have accidentally canceled out of that. Now it's time to put a segment here. Segment. Now this right here is just to keep the ores from falling off. But yeah. And then we basically we're pretty much on our last line. I would say it's probably about 4 lines for you. It's 3 lines for me. Just letting you know, once you sacrifice, you do get extra space on your base. But if you do have executive, then you're definitely gonna have the biggest space. But yeah. So now, just place that. Then we're going into the. Then we're going to basically do. Gosh, I can't think. Like, I can never think when I'm doing these videos. I don't know why. But we're going to do Atlantic Monolith. And by the way, that 35 seconds is for when you're a little lagging, a little not as much, because I know that if you're not in a VIP server like I am, it can lag a little bit, and I'm sure they're working on it. There's just, this game has a lot of scripts in it, and it can really slow down the engine. But yeah, basically. And also, I'm gonna think about doing the entertainment series, reviving that back up, and continuing with that. Try to get to third sack actually now, since third sacrifice, I should say, the final sacrifice, I should say. Yeah. Now it's time to add another toxic waste disposal. I did not mean to hit that shop button. Man. Okay. So we're almost there. Now I'm going to add an extra catalyst. If you did add any sort of evos, you don't have to do this. It still would get you UD. But if you didn't add any evos, you might want to do this. You're probably going to get DE if you don't do this. And that's just, and that'll get you all the way up to almost 1,000, but so it should hopefully hold you in place, and actually you're able to rebirth in time to get an evolve of an item, so you can not use it. But you can just be safe and you just add this again. Oh, that ore just died. Yeah, that's the problem. Okay. And then what we want to do is just add Sporist. Add the Sporist. And then add the Dreamer's Might. I'm using Dreamer's Might because, I'll be honest, I'm not the greatest with deciding what furnaces I want, but Dreamer's Might is always just top tier, top notch, good, solid, reborn furnace. That's really easy to get to. You know? You should have millions of them by now. I have 68. But yeah. And then, simple. Let's see. Let's confirm that it does give you a nice... Oh. See, sometimes the ore does die just because it just does that. And look at that, UD. Now, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Here's a little overview of it. Of the actual setup. So, yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Bye now.